Good afternoon, Pats fans, and welcome inside the Brand Center as we preview today's matchup between the Regina Pats and the visiting Red Deer Rebels here on this CMHA Talk Today game as the Regina Pats raise awareness for mental health. My name is Dante DiCaria, and he's Drew Posty, and the Pats are looking to rebound from Friday night's 3-0 loss at the hands of the Swift Current Broncos. It was a much better performance compared to Wednesday's 9-1 loss to the Saskatoon Blades, and unfortunately they ran into a hot goal.
Yeah, the best part of their game was definitely the first period. They had some excellent opportunities, but you're right, they ran into a hot goaltender in Reed Dick. He had back-to-back shutouts after that game on Friday night. The Pats tried, they just couldn't beat him, and unfortunately the Broncos just kind of clogged things up through the final 40 minutes or so. But hey, if the Pats can come out with another start like that this afternoon, I like their chances.
Well, you look at the Red Deer Rebels, Drew, as well. They're kind of at the end of their road trip as they play this Sunday afternoon game against the Regina Pats. This is a Red Deer team that is led by Kai Uchez. He's a former 50-goal scorer here in the Western Hockey League. Carson Latimer is another good player on their team as well. But again, you know what type of game you're going to get from the Red Deer Rebels. They're physical, and they play in a lot of one-goal games.
They do play in a lot of one-goal games, and that speaks to the identity that a lot of people say they have, which is that grind style. The physicality you mentioned is like that as well. And there's some veteran guys on that team that have been around a while. They do have a good defensive type of game as well. So, they're not easy to score against either. So the Regina Pats are going to have to be on their game.
Yeah, and Drew, on top of the point that you just brought up in terms of their identity, the veteran players they have on their team, they also have two really good 1A, 1B goaltenders on their team in Chase Wutsky and Rhett Stos are two of the top goaltenders in the Western Hockey League. I guess our closing thoughts ending this preview, Drew, what would you like to see from the Regina Pats today in order to get back on the scoreboard?
Yeah, kind of like I mentioned, they got to have that start, but they got to be able to maintain that momentum with that start like they didn't do on Friday night, unfortunately. And yeah, you mentioned it. They had a hot goaltender that they had to try and beat in Reed Dick Friday night. They got two good goaltenders again this afternoon. So lots of shots on goal, get traffic in front, and that's how you find ways to beat those goaltenders that are really solid.
All right, that's all you need to know for today's action between the Regina Pats and the visiting Red Deer Rebels. Make sure to get your tickets online at reginapats.com. Doors open at 3, puck drops at 4 o'clock. We'll see you today.